You may record yourself.
Yeah, is it showing?
Yes.
Okay, let's start. Hello, everyone. It's so nice to see you today. Again, Friday, and we are having our webinar of United ESL Teachers of Uzbekistan. And I am the presenter today, Gulbahar Mamadieva. Today, we're going to talk about drama in ESL classes. So let's have a look to our agenda, and today we're gonna talk about drama and why to use drama in our classes and how to use drama in the classroom, the benefits, and also I will suggest some activities. So here we go. Let's start with the question, what is drama? According to Courtney, drama is the human process whereby imaginative thought becomes action. Or, according to Moore, is act of using imagination to take the role of someone other than oneself. That means when we use drama in our classrooms, it means our students can play the roles of our other people and learn their language according to acting, maybe simulations. And in the next slide, I will explain you why we should use drama in language learning. Mihrabian and the winner did a research, and they found out that 55% of communication is through body language. It's like using our hand gestures, eye contact, and 38% is tone of voice, and only 7% relies on the meaning of the actual words themselves. And therefore, it's really crucial to use this kind of activities where our learners use their body language. It's really important. In the next slide, I will explain you benefits of using drama in the ESL classroom. As you can see, these photos are from the Webster University's MI TESOL students. A lot of people think that drama is mostly used with younger learners, but believe me, adult learners also enjoy drama techniques in the classroom. And drama triggers natural desire for active learning. And also it makes the learners use critical thinking and their creativity. And also it reduces embarrassment and lowers speaking anxiety. We have a lot of students who have good grammar knowledge, they can read, but they are shy when it comes to speaking. And when we use drama, we can help them to be more confident. And drama promotes self-confidence and self-esteem in our students. And also it nurtures collaboration among students. You see from the photos that students are working collaboratively together. Therefore, it's really helpful and effective in the classroom. And also, I should mention that drama integrates all learning styles. As we have visual learners, kinesthetic learners, auditory learners, reading and writing learners. We know it from second language acquisition, and according to different learners, we can differentiate our activities or instruction. Therefore, in drama activities, visual learners may like to work on the scenery, while kinesthetic learners may prefer being acting coaches. And auditory learners might enjoy music and sound. Reading and writing learners can edit the project and also can give written constructive feedback to their peers and to the participants. And here is a question: how to integrate drama into classroom? It's an interesting question. We have a lot of activities which we can use in our classroom, and they are role-playing, mime, simulation, improvisation, and storytelling. And now I will explain you each one deeply. So what is role-playing? This kind of activity allows teachers to create supportive and enjoyable classroom situations, and students are engaged and motivated to learn foreign language. And we can organize these kind of activities by, we should identify the situation first and add some details. And then we can assign roles, we can give them scripts, and then students act out the scenario. And after also we should discuss what we have learned with the students. And there are some activities and they can be, for example, news report. They can role play as an announcer. And there is a fly in my soup. They can like role play in a restaurant. Teach me is good for giving instructions. And I don't think so. This activity is perfect for debates. And hospital. So students like being doctors, like checking each other. Therefore, it can be a good example of role play activities. And here is, I am providing some links where you can find more activities and use them in your classroom. And in the next slide, I'll explain you the activity Teach Me. And this is when you have the topic giving instructions, will be very useful to have with your students. And in this role play, it can be like pair work or group work. One student will play the role of instructor, and the second one will be the student. And one student should give the instructions, and the second student should do this. And it can be different. For example, one student can be a chef and give the instructions how to make pizza or sandwich or spaghetti, and they should repeat it. And here is a very good video where father teaches giving instructions to his children. And if you haven't watched it yet, please, I'm giving you this link. Watch this video because it's really interesting and have so many funny moments. And you can get some ideas from this video to use in your classroom as well. So next one is fairy tale plays. So it's like using fairy tales in the classroom and dividing the roles and acting with your students. It can be interesting both for young learners and adult learners as well. I think it's really popular among ESL, EFL teachers, and a lot of teachers use this activity. And the next one is a job interview. It's very good activity for adult learners because especially they learn English for career prospects. And if maybe if you teach ESP course or business English course, and you can use this activity with your students, and they can work in pairs. One can be an applicant, and one can be a person who works in the company, and they can ask and questions and have discussion about like in an interview. It will help them to success in real job interviews. Next is we're gonna talk about mimes. Mime is a non-verbal form of articulating a story or an idea. It develops paralinguistic traits of communication, and it fosters interaction among learners, and it's an excellent way of teaching vocabulary, I think. And we have some activities. I think in our country it's really popular using these kind of activities. They shouldn't talk, they shouldn't like pronounce the word, but they should use their body language and explain the word, and the other group members should find the word. And here we have some examples. What's my job? Mime a message and pass the parcel, and charades. What's my job is you can use when you have like the topic of professions, and mime a message is not the word, but it should be like a full sentence. Here I will explain you this activity. The teachers gives a card with a message on it to student, and this student should explain the message with their like body language. They shouldn't use any word, and the sentence could be something like it's time to go, can I borrow your mobile, I love chocolate, I'm having a terrible time, I need something to eat, and others. And you can choose any kind of sentences according to the interests of your learners and according to the content and according to the topic, what you teach. And let's have a look to simulations. So what are the simulations? They are the role plays, but simulations are a little bit different than role plays because they are more elaborate, and in simulations, students use realia. They can use a realistic environment. Therefore, it's really interesting for young learners and also adult learners. And these kind of activities motivate the students and increase their self-confidence. And what else we can do with simulation? We can use different kinds of dialogues like greetings, compliments, complaints, or introductions. And these kind of dialogues are mostly used when we teach pragmatics. And our students should be able to choose expressions correctly according to the difference in social status, distance, and the level of imposition. For instance, they should know how, when they can use, can you give me, or could you give me please? And if you teach them these kind of dialects with simulation, it will be really interesting for your students. And let's move to the improvisation. What is improvisation? It's here the objective is totally spontaneity. and improvisation, and students have no time to prepare, and their roles and situations are given to them on the spot, and they should react immediately. And it's really good for developing imaginations, and therefore it's good to use in our classrooms. And let's have a look what kind of activities we can use. Activities we can use, like namely old friends, alien press conference, noisy neighbors, and the role playing without script is improvisation and improves pronunciation. And also it reinforces grammatical structure. It enhances vocabulary and fosters creativity because it has open-ended answers. There is no correct or wrong answer. Therefore, it's really important to use these kind of activities to develop creativity in our students. And moving on to the next slide, I will explain you Alien Press Conference activity. You should choose some students. You can divide your group into like students into two groups, and one group can be the alien crew, and the one group can be people, journalists, like from Earth, yeah, and they visit Earth, and the journalists can ask the questions. And also it can be vice versa. People from Earth can visit another planet, and journalists, alien journalists, can ask some questions, and the people from Earth should answer the questions. And this is really unique activity that you can adapt and modify according to the topic you teach. Therefore, you can change. It cannot, like, it can be not aliens, but can use animals or celebrities and so on. So I'm giving here's a link where you can find this activity and also other improvisation activities. So next part is storytelling. What are the benefits of storytelling? So it promotes a feeling of well-being and relaxation. It's like listening to storytelling, and also the process while you tell the story is really gives you relaxation, and it increases children's willingness to communicate their thoughts and feelings. And also storytelling encourages active participation. I mentioned that all students are active when I have this kind of storytelling activities. And it also increases verbal proficiency, and it encourages the use of imagination. And also in this kind of activities, students collaborate with each other, and also it develops listening skills. Now we can look at some activities, what we can use with storytelling. Yeah, and a picture is worth 1,000 words. You can give a picture to your students, and they can just create a story. Old-time radio show, it's like making some stories and talking like they are radio announcers. Finding stories in songs, they can listen to the song and find the hidden story, or maybe they can create a story according to the song. And puzzle tale, like putting the pieces together, chain sentence, and spontaneous poetry. Like, you can ask them to create poems. And more activities you can find in the link below. Now let me explain you sentence chain. And this is like, can be played as individually or in a group. For example, when you have a group, teams of 2 students construct like first sentence of the story, and the second team should continue. And the stories can be different. They can be a ghost story, a pirate story, love story, or mystery. So any kind of stories are good according to the content, according to the topic that you teach. And let's have a look to the puzzle storytelling. Print out the story and cut them into parts. You should cut them into parts and hand out them to students and ask them to read their parts. And then the students should assemble the parts and retell the story and the plots sequence. It's also a really great activity that you can use. Some maybe researchers may think about that it's noisy. Some people can be bored, but believe me, when you do it in the classroom, usually students love these kind of activities. And yes, that's it, what I wanted to share with you. And as William Shakespeare said, all the world is a stage. And I would like to make a little bit change here. And the whole class is a stage where your students can use their imagination and develop their creativity with drama techniques. So use drama in your classroom, and thank you so much for your attention.